See, he's smiling. He knows.
Shut up, Ben. Welcome to the EMP.
Okay.
The Eligible Monster Podcast. I am one of your hosts, Nat. This is Dan, and this is Ben.
Hi.
You all right?
No, I'm good.
You want some ice with that burner?
Oh, what the
shit!
You good?
Oh.
No, it's all right. It's all
Damn.
right.
You're lucky
It's all
I can't
right.
stand up because I did too many leg presses and my legs hurt.
Exactly. Ooh, boo-hoo.
Go.
I'm kidding, man. No, listen, we're going to be talking about Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Come back.
What?
Exactly. But before we do, some really good news happened for the PlayStation fans anyway. You know, for the Xbox, Microsoft people, they're just going to be like, you know, we've had that like since launch or whatever, so it doesn't matter to us. But it matters to us, right? The PlayStation people. We are finally going to get to change our names next year.
I'm going to
I
change my
didn't
name.
know that.
I'm no longer going to
You
be the
are?
Eligible Monster account because I'm
Comic
so
historian?
tired of. If you're the people, I freaking hate you. Okay? I have the account invisible. No one can see that I'm live. I am the one that is on the Eligible Monster account. I have been since the beginning.
Yes. Mhm.
Natalie and I originally shared it back in the 360 days
We
because we
did.
did more 360 and we had a shared account.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm the one on the account. There are so many kids that blindly invite that account to everything.
Yeah.
Just hoping I'm going to respond. I can't
the
wait
worst.
to change it to something that I can use.
What do you mean, comic historian?
No, yeah, I'm gonna change
I was about
that.
to say,
yeah,
like,
no one
what?
will ever think of that.
That's what I mean. Like, if you're
I
gonna
know.
change it to comic
What
story,
do
you
you-
need to
what do you
jump
want
on
to change it
that. You need to jump
You're
on
gonna
that.
change it to Kitsua Wagner.
No,
change it to
change
Legend.
it to why?
That's fine. 3 people who watch this podcast will get that.
No.
So I did want to before you go into that though.
Yes.
On top of that, I do want to let people know who watch the show
Yes,
frequently.
yes.
We are trying. This podcast is never going away. But we are trying to make it kind of like how we ended up doing it the weekly poll. We want to make sure that every week there's enough content to talk about.
I was about to say, are you gonna announce that it's shutting down or
No,
something?
no.
Like,
We've just
I
moved
was
the
like,
podcast
oh, no.
to every other week.
But why?
Combined with discussions and the podcast, we are trying to bring you guys 1 to 2 videos a week. Simply put, after doing a lot more research and talking to a lot of people about the gaming channel situation, YouTube, until they make some corrections, there's no real hope at the channel growing. If it does, it's due to a fluke, not because of what we're doing. So we don't want to shut this channel down. We love it. We're having a great time with it. But we also don't want to put in so much work to it to not see it grow, and it's just discouraging, and then we quit because of that.
Yeah.
So because of that, we're going to be doing 1 to 2 videos over here in EM a week. The Twitch channel is doing amazing. If you ever want to come chat with us, we do stream every Sunday, Monday, Thursday. This is filmed live on Thursdays, so you can easily come watch all that stuff. You can also check Natalie on her personal channel, Zodiac Candy. And once Dan finally finds time, Dan has his.
Yes, mine is Silu91.
So just for people who have been watching this and maybe wondering what's going on, people who have been watching for the last 3 months know we've been trying to get things started. We've had a few schedules in place. It's very discouraging to work on the channel and then find out that YouTube is just pretty much making it, because they focus on old content. It's impossible to work with the gaming at this point because they don't focus on new content anymore. So
That, or unless you post every single day.
or every single day, and
Can
every
we do
single
that?
day is a tentpole event,
Yeah.
which maybe I can hire a few people for. We can try for that, but
Yeah.
that's not something that's going to happen before the end of the year. So,
Yeah.
so I just want everyone to know.
Thank you. Yes,
that's
thank
all.
you.
That's all.
Appreciate that.
In case people are wondering why they haven't seen very many videos uploading, the goal is to at least get 1. We're trying for 2, but we're trying to get at least 1 up right now. So.
Yes, right.
Indeed.
So yes, that is one of the 2 news that I have to announce before Assassin's Creed Odyssey. The second one is that Sony has officially stated that they were working already on PS5. Well, on a next generation.
Oh.
Yes. We don't know if it's going to be
wonder if they're gonna call it
PS5.
PS5.
I don't think so.
Maybe they'll do the
I don't think
Xbox
so.
strategy of just randomly pick another number.
PlayStation 1.
or
PlayStation
PS,
720.
or PS Pro Plus. I don't know.
Yeah.
I hope not. though.
PS Pro Plus X.
Jesus Christ.
See, I don't know what they would do. I mean, it's going to be just basically.
Oh,
a mini
I'm
computer.
calling it right now.
PlayStation Prime.
I'm calling it right now. They are waiting, or at least I'd like to think so. They are waiting to announce their new system, and on top of that, they will be announcing Bloodborne 2 as a release game
wrong.
for the PlayStation. Why?
Because what they'll announce is Final Fantasy VII Episode 1.
That too. But
Gary
Bloodborne 2
is
is
behind the camera
exclusive.
agreed. They're going to be like,
It's an exclusive
They're going to
too,
be like,
though.
yo guys, here it is. Final Fantasy VII Episode 1.
Let me dream, God damn it! Oh my
Bloodborne
God.
will never get a sequel.
It's gonna be like Half-Life 3. I have
It'll
a
never
feeling. I
happen.
really hope it does.
It'll
though.
never happen.
I really hope it does. Right. So
Bring it, like really up to her.
why?
because you talk softly.
Well, listen,
You're
this
a
is
woman.
picking me up just fine. So
This is the Twitch. That's Twitch.
I know, but Twitch can just watch it later if it's really that bad.
Wow, that's how we gain Twitch viewers. Move closer,
I'm
please.
joking. Oh my God, here.
This one a little in.
Actually, it's as close as it's gonna get. So I'm sorry. Pretty sure it picks everything up though.
Yeah,
so
no, it does.
we're
It does a good job. Okay.
Yes. So Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I have heard that you bought a couple of microtransactions just to prove your point. Which, by the way, you did because both of you
Yeah, I
bought
did it
the
too.
XP boost.
Wait, you did?
Yes,
I
I
did.
did. Because
I hate grinding in games when it's basically like the forced grind on the side. So I was like, oh, well, I might as well do that. And then I realized, oh, that was probably a bad idea. And
Well,
you
okay,
can't
let
turn
me
it off.
explain what's going on with that real quick. So,
Yes.
Assassin's Creed Odyssey came out. It's getting huge reviews. Everyone's
Yeah.
loving it. It's an
Yeah.
amazing game.
Oh.
There's a few things in it that I personally wanted to discuss with you guys today about that, but one of
Yes.
which is the microtransactions. So, when I started the game up, they have the store feature, and in the store feature, you can buy an extended XP boost. You can buy some armor. You can buy skins. That's Gary messing with some bottles. His face was priceless. Oh my God, I made noise.
Ruined everything.
There's quite a few things in the store. Now, when we live streamed it, my first intro to it, I didn't want to mess with any of that. I just wanted to play the game like normal because honestly, we've already spent way too much money on that title for me to dump microtransaction money into.
yeah,
it.
you had like
Right.
I would have thought that at least for spending that much money into I think it was Gold Edition, right?
Yeah, we got
Or
both got
something
gold
else.
edition and we got that statue.
You would think that they would at least include like maybe an XP boost or something.
They did. It's 3 hours when you first start the game. You know, when you're not doing anything, so you don't need it.
And you put in your code.
Yeah.
Yeah, which by the way I didn't actually redeem, so go me. I'd love
So
to do
anyway,
this to myself.
one of the things I noticed in there, what I wanted to find out was because you guys didn't play Origins. Well, she did, but you didn't play Origins. Origins
I only
had,
watched you
I
play.
platinumed Origins, dude.
So did I.
It was crazy.
Origins had a
was good.
microtransaction store. Now, in it was an XP boost. I swear it was there. There was an XP boost. You could buy materials.
Yes.
And you could buy skins. And I bought like every one of the cosmetic skins because I played that game to get a full platinum. And when you're spending 40 hours in a game, every like 2 hours, I'm changing outfits. Like
The
now
very
I'm a skeleton.
first thing-
Now I'm a first civilization guy.
The very first thing that you bought was on stream, and it was the unicorn skin.
Yep.
It did not do a damn thing for you.
No,
but
it's a
you
skin.
just you had I know
farted
you had
rainbows.
you had the time of your life though.
I bought the unicorn again this
Time
time,
of
by the
your
way.
life.
There's a new one.
I know. No, actually, I
black
do
one?
have that one. I don't. What?
There's a black one. You can buy it. I bought it. I had to continue
You are
on.
way ahead of me right now because
no.
I got the what is it, the white one that you can get from merchants right now.
Oh, no, I bought mine in the store. It's a black one.
They give you 300 free credits.
Oh, I don't know. I keep buying
Yes,
credits.
and
so.
by the way, it was like it killed me too because you can either buy something that's like worth 200, or everything else on the store is like 350. So you're like 50
That's how
short.
they
You're
get
like,
you.
why?
That's how they get you.
Why?
So, well, anyway, so what ended up happening is for the sake of this podcast, since we were all enjoying the game, we're all going to play it. I was like, okay, well, I don't want to sit here and say Odyssey has an amazing microtransaction system where it's all skins. Because I was even saying it on the podcast when we streamed it. I was like, if it's all skins, cool. You know, like I'm all for that.
Yeah.
But I was like, we can't say that if we don't do it. It's the exact same argument as to why we both got back into Destiny. We can't say how we feel about it just based on other people's opinions. So I was like, all right, well, Natalie, I know, is 100% against full microtransactions. She can't stand them, even cosmetics 90% of the time.
Well, no, that's not true. I'm all for cosmetics if they look good.
Right.
What I've actually seen in the store for Odyssey just did not pique my interest at all.
Well, they're going to have more, don't worry.
I assumed as much, but I just
One of the cooler ones is the flaming skin. You were on fire the whole time.
yes,
in
I
Origins.
love that. I
Yeah.
do love that. Yes, actually, that's the only one that I was considering getting, but I never did.
Well, so anyway, though, because
No, but I was gonna say that the only microtransaction I've actually spent was in Origins, the resources. I did
you
do
did
that.
the resource.
Yes,
Okay.
I did do that.
Well, that's what I wanted to see. I wanted to see because Dan and I noticed when we were playing, the leveling is very slow,
It was very slow. Yeah.
and so we were like
or at least at the very beginning.
So what my concern was, because the way the game is structured, is you like if you were to get the XP boost, are you going to out level faster than you need to be? And I think that's what's happening to both of us. But so I wanted to test it versus Natalie not getting the XP bonus to see like, okay, is this one of those games that are like the gold edition's 120? You're also going to want this many material packs. You're also going to want like, because what I was concerned about was I don't want to fully promote, go get Odyssey, it's amazing. If it's like Siege. Siege is amazing. But if you want to get into Rainbow Six Siege right now, it'll run you between $150 to $200 to get all content and be fully caught up. So I don't want to be like, this brand new game's amazing. By the way, be prepared to spend $150, you know, like, and that's what I wanted to see. Is that the situation with that? Now, I've almost considered restarting my character until I realized how far into it I was because of how OP the stuff made me.
Oh, for your gear sake.
Yeah.
Because the XP bonus you
The
get
gear I
across...
just took off to fix that. So that
And
was good.
just easy. Just change the difficulty to hard. I mean,
Well, I just took the gear off. That's why I just fixed it easy.
okay.
So, okay. Well, first, the XP bonus. Bought the XP bonus.
Yep.
Apparently, I have out-leveled Natalie. I'm at...
I've definitely put less hours than I have into the game right
I looked
now.
at it the other day. I'm
Which
at
is-
19 hours.
Yeah, I think I'm way past that, Ben.
And
past that.
I've completed all of Athens, and I'm moving back.
I have discovered like pretty much. I mean, I showed you earlier. It was like maybe like 60% of the island.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
the world map.
She's
Yeah,
gone
I've done.
across the
Oh,
world
has she?
pretty much.
Yeah.
Because I'm level
I have.
24.
That's what I mean, and I am just about to hit 24, and I've done a sizable chunk in the game right now. So
Okay.
Yeah.
Because that was the first thing to bring up. Now, the XP bonus is made it... I guess me and Dan are way leveling past you.
Yeah, because I'm actually 22 and I just got to Athens.
Okay.
what?
To be fair, I did do some side
Wow.
stuff, so it's
For
hard
the record,
to...
we are both very easily distracted by that game. We do everything
But
in
I
it.
have
Yes.
two though. Is
Yeah,
the
I know.
thing.
You do too.
I barely
now, there
touched the
is...
story.
While I can see the XP bonus being needed to level, the game also scales with you.
Yes.
Have you hit any point where you had to grind? That's the question that's going to come in, because if the XP bonus is needed to surpass to avoid grinding, have you had to grind it all, or were you
Honestly,
naturally progressing?
No, I haven't had to grind once. The only thing that it's my fault for doing that. I was not checking the world map.
Okay.
And there was this area that was like level 20 to 25 or whatever, and then right next to it was like 34 to 40 or something
you
like
crossed
that.
the line.
So I crossed that line by like a little bit, and I was like, what just happened? Those people were like have like skulls above their head. I'm like, what is going on? and so I pulled up the map and I was like, okay, it's my bad. It's
Okay.
Yeah.
But as far as your normal progression, you've not needed an XP bonus.
No.
You're fine.
Well, there was that one specific boss, the boar. I don't know if you've encountered it.
Yes.
It was fun.
That is the only thing that was like, okay, if you don't come prepared to that fight, you will get wrecked because you don't know what to expect, and the ads just get you, and the ads just see like freaking
Has
traps.
come out of nowhere.
I know.
He's got phases. He calls them.
phases. Yeah,
I know, but
he
you
does.
scout the area and you're like, oh, this is gonna be easy. It's just that
Oh,
one guy.
yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And then you're in the
Like,
middle
he
and you
does
hear.
it- he
That's
does
my
it-
that's my boar.
Sounds like a horse.
I don't know, but they just.
I don't know what pigs sound like.
Well, no, because they're boars. They're not
I'm
standard.
gonna buy you
pigs.
that like little kids thing. The pig goes oink oink. The cow goes.
Yes,
moo.
but saying you're in this combat and then you just hear oink 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 just doesn't.
That's the cutest thing ever.
I feel like that's gonna be a PC mod.
Oh my gosh, that would be awful.
The boar has a name.
oink.
Thank you, according to Dante in our chat.
Actually, actually it does. I completely forgot. But that was one boss that I was like, I got wrecked. I'm gonna admit it. I think stream was there, and I got wrecked the first time. I was like, wow, I'll come
I went
back.
in underprepared too. The second time
I'll come
I got
back.
him.
Yeah, the second time I was like, before we end this stream, I am going back and I am killing that boar, and I did, without even taking a hit.
It took a long time, but I got it
So
first.
okay, so you're saying the XP
Yes.
bonus isn't needed; it's
No.
just supplementary.
Yes.
Okay. The next problem that I had was the gear, because my big question was, where's the cosmetic option? In Origins, you have
May
the
I
gear
actually
and then
may I
the
say
cosmetic.
something about the
There-
XP
Oh, yeah,
thing
yeah,
real
go
quick?
You
Because
know this works. You have to jump in, or I'll just
I
keep going.
know. I just wanted to wait till a little bit.
And we're
end.
moving
for
on.
it.
Anyway.
No, because the one thing that the XP boost, it's hard for me to fully gauge whether or not it's over leveled me, is because of the fact that I did stop to do some side quests, and we did notice that some of the areas do scale, but they have a cap.
Oh yeah.
Like one of the places I was at, like it capped at level 18. And I couldn't tell if it was the XP boost or if the fact that I had stopped for like an entirely different island and did a full quest chain over there, which you didn't do. And it was long enough that it definitely got me like at least a level or two. I couldn't tell if I was over leveled because of that or because of my XP boost.
Which is make it very difficult to guess. By
Yeah.
the way, I'd like to bring up something, Natalie. Apparently our Twitch chat would like everyone to know that Josh is the name of the boar.
Oh yes.
Josh the boar?
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
So Josh is a pig is what you're saying.
Right, and then yes, I mean this is like a continuing
For those guys who
joke.
don't know, Josh is our moderator on our Twitch streams, and he's also a moderator on Natalie's streams.
Yes.
So we're just basically picking on our mod. He is a pig. His name is Josh the boar.
Everyone in my stream they're an animal, essentially.
And you've killed them?
Multiple times. They're okay with that. They're okay with that. I mean, the bear is Flashpool, Flashpool the bear. We've got actually Dante. I was thinking about switching Dante from elk to turtle because I did discover there are some turtles.
But you can't kill them.
I know. but I can just admire Dante, can I? I can just swim with him, you know?
Swim with Dante.
That's cool.
Who's the whales?
Actually, nobody has picked to be a whale yet, so I don't know.
Okay.
But I mean, you've got Alo, that's like a lion. You've got everyone on stream is just.
Are there any
and-
penguins in the game?
I just
for Mopi to
want it
be?
known.
There
I just
isn't.
want it known because he said he's really offended. He didn't even want to respond to Dante bringing it up. Josh the Boar is now what I will only refer to him as.
Like I said, it is a continuing joke from Tomb Raider because I just heard like everywhere, and I was just like, Josh, is that you? So it's it's a continuing joke.
Wow, so you're just continually calling Josh
He's
pigs.
okay with that.
I don't think he is, but okay.
He's all right with
All right,
that.
so anyway, so the leveling is it's hard to gauge, but overall, I'd say we don't need it. Is the thing.
It definitely doesn't seem like it,
You've
especially
never
since
felt
it
like you
does,
were grinding at any point.
Yeah, and especially since it does scale with you.
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay.
plus you kind of naturally do the side quests. I've
You
found
do.
myself doing them without going, oh, I'm doing a side quest, but more, I've honestly done a bunch of quests and then went, oh, that wasn't main plot.
Yeah, I've done that too.
You're gonna have
Especially
to
the
anyway.
dailies that pop up, which is what I want to get to in a little bit, talking about the way they
I
do
haven't
the dailies.
touched those at all.
Oh, well, I'll explain that in a minute. 'cause
Yeah,
I've looked into
actually,
how this
where
works.
are you in the story? Because we don't really want to spoil it for you.
That's too late. We're not doing story. No, story.
No, I just got to Athens. And I've been
So you
doing
do
like
have-
the initial stuff with Pericles.
So you do have
I don't
the
live there.
cultists
Yes,
available to
I
you,
have
right?
been. Yes, I've been killing some
Oh
of
my
them.
god! I mean, you guys are talking about side missions. I'm talking about the cultists that I
That's the coolest feature ever in this.
yeah. Well, I told you. I mean, it's like pretty much the best feature of Shadow of War and Mordor inside Assassin's Creed, which is
Yeah,
amazing.
The
to me.
mercenaries and the cultist
Yes.
feature, I really am enjoying it. I do like how you have to find clues and then they uncover.
Yes, I
Yes.
love that.
So I like that.
I love
so anyway,
that.
the next problem I have with the microtransactions though, because that's what I want to talk about before we get into more of like actual, because this is where I consider it kind of a problem is the gear. So there is no there's no cosmetic feature. So when you buy a piece of gear, I bought the Pegasus set because I was like, oh, I'll get the Pegasus
That's the
character.
best looking one,
And I was
man.
like, because I'm thinking it's just cosmetic like in Origins. It looks amazing. And
Yes.
here's the cool part about it. As you run, feathers come off you.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna have to just crack and buy it now.
Feathers
it,
come
but I
off
don't-
you as you're going. The problem is, it's not cosmetic. They give you a full set of legendary gear. I got a trophy for legendary gear by putting it all on. Yeah, you basically buy the trophy right away.
Cheater, damn it!
Oh, I didn't know it was.
That's actually kind of a shame because I want to look like that, but I don't want to be OP.
And then to upgrade it is insanely expensive.
That I mean,
I
that's
kept up with it for a good while. So I was level 9 when I got the gear at level 9. And I was like, oh, they just gave me a full legendary set. Now I did notice that it wasn't OP. It allowed me to fight like level 13 characters at level 9. So I'm like, okay.
I
pretty
would
good.
say that's
It's
Yeah.
still
OP.
OP, yes, but I'm not like I could go against 15s and 16s, skip whole areas with this gear. So I was like, I was kind of, I upgraded it to 12 when I got to 12. And I was kind of like, this has made it way too easy. And I have enough materials to just keep upgrading it for the most part, other than a couple of the ores you need. Now, I did discover later, if you try to upgrade gear too far, so like I went back and I was like, well, I'll upgrade the sword again. It was level 12 at the time, and I wanted to upgrade it to 22. The amount of materials increases
Damn.
depending how many levels you're going.
Okay,
So if you are trying to bridge a giant gap, the cost goes way up.
that makes sense.
So I can't just be like, oh, and now it's L22. You know,
Right.
You're paying as you go, which I do think is cool. I like that idea. So it's basically scales per level. So if you're doing it per level, you're okay. But if you're trying to do 10 levels, it's the cost of 10 levels. So that's okay. But I don't know how I feel about you can just buy a full set of gear. As a matter of fact, there's another set on that store right now. There's 2 that it came out with. This one was a full set of legendary gear. I've already thought like, well, once I get to 50, I could easily just buy that other one, full set of legendary gear. Now I just run around doing all the actual questing.
yeah.
So I don't know how I feel about that. I liked it when it was cosmetics. And then I also run into the other problem. I have a full set of awesome Pegasus gear that I can't use
Yeah,
because now it's level 12.
Yeah, so it's pretty much a waste of money.
It is. It's kind of a waste of money at this point because if you're playing the game, you're going to out-level that stuff relatively quickly.
Yeah.
It's pretty much like you just said, you kind of have to wait till the end of the
Yeah.
game,
Yeah, so
then get it.
essentially-
So you're like, it's best gear possible.
Yeah.
Right.
So you would have to wait to hit 50 and then purchase the pack. Is that
Yeah,
what
so
you're
I don't
saying?
know about that. So I wouldn't buy it early unless you're just like, I out-leveled everything and I don't want to go earn gear or something like that. The other thing I noticed, which I don't like, the materials purchase.
Yes.
So you could buy materials, but you need also money to upgrade your ship. So that's where the problem comes in. You buy a material pack for $20 now to bypass having to hunt for wood and all this other stuff. And I totally like. I understand that because I did it in Origins because I didn't want to hunt. I just bought the pack and upgraded all my gear. I admit that right off the bat.
But that's so weird because you get it. I mean, you wanted to go for the platinum. I know that.
Yeah.
And for the platinum, you have to specifically hunt a bunch of animals. I thought.
Yes. I didn't know that at the time. This is early in the game when I started the game, and I didn't realize I was going to get stuck hunting and mining and stuff.
That's
Anyway,
fair. That's fair.
Anyway,
You were saying. I am so sorry. Okay.
well, what I was
All
saying
right.
because this more relates to Daniel. Daniel.
Daniel.
You're now proper. You're wearing a proper shirt.
I am.
So you're Daniel, and
I have matured tremendously just by wearing this shirt.
Yeah, you have. I feel like you've gained like 3 more years or something like that.
I did.
Did you? Okay. So anyway,
Apparently I talk
the material
like this.
pack you can't just buy. You also have to buy the money pack. So to keep with my testing, I bought 1 material pack. I'm like, all right, how far does that get me? Is this a situation where I'm going to buy one my ship? Because at the time when I did this, my assumption was I was going to have to start over because I'm pretty much OPing the account. You know, like I'm like, this is not going to be fun. So I'm just probably going to restart. At the time I was doing this, we were only level 9. So
think about that,
I wasn't far enough that I was not considering. And I'd already looked it up. You could skip every cutscene in the game, including the openings. So if you do restart, it's not a pain in the butt.
Gotcha.
So at the time I was like, I'm probably going to OP the account, but for the sake of our podcast, let me test this. I bought the materials.
For the sake of our podcast.
Well, it was for the mistake of the podcast. Because I was wondering
That's what he told himself. Right?
It's for the podcast.
I was going to
promise.
restart as Cassandra, honestly. So because I found Natalie wanted to be Alexios, and she was talking about restarting as
I
Alexios.
really did.
So my assumption was I was going to restart as Cassandra.
We had the same dilemma. Like we were like, you know what? We're at like level 11. Do we really want to put like 8 hours getting to
Yeah.
that point just to switch
Right,
characters?
and so I was already debating swapping anyway.
Yeah.
I didn't. I ended up staying with Alexios
yeah.
because
See
I got
the
the
point.
materials, $20, bought the materials. And that didn't do anything because I didn't have the money. And it was only enough to give like 1 level in all categories. I'm like, wow, that's a waste of money.
Yeah.
Because that's not even like a significant jump.
And if I remember correctly, it's when it comes down to it, it's kind of the materials that don't matter because there's really only one that's hard to get.
Yeah,
The tablets,
and it doesn't
right?
give you
Yes.
that. The stupid tablets. I'm on 0 tablets.
Yep.
Dan looked at my materials. I have the 5,000 wood or whatever.
Something like that, yeah.
I think a good chunk of that is left over from that first
But
purchase.
I think it's smart that they did that though, because it makes you have to be able to. I mean, just to hit the side quests and stuff, and the main quest as well. Otherwise, people would just be OP at like level 18, like have all the ships upgraded and all that, and it's just not fun anymore because
Yeah.
everyone's just OP.
Well, I don't consider this even pay to win, even if it was OP because it's single player. If it was pay to win, it would be like I am competing with Natalie, but I can buy my way to the top.
Yes.
It's just player progression, and if you want to buy your way through player progression, I'm actually all for that. I've done that before in other games. I think Ubisoft has a great thing with to do it, but
Because he says it like that,
I know,
I've started
I know,
saying it too,
I know.
and it sucks.
And
I
then you
hate
catch
myself.
yourself. I know.
But they've done it before where they have like progression packs, and if you just want to like upgrade all your skills or
Yeah.
upgrade, I've bought them before. Hey, I don't plan on playing much in this game. I just want to see
They're
the story.
in the time saver section.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I like those. I actually do like the time saver stuff on a single player game. The problem I have with this is I feel like we're in a weird middle ground. It's almost like they don't want the store, but they're stuck with it. Mm-hmm. Why
There's
else would you make multiple
most-
ways to do your upgrades?
Most of the skins anyway are you can just spend your Ubisoft points to get them anyway. So, like I think maybe like 50% of the store is actual like purchase like with real money.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're kind of right when you say that. It's just I don't think they want to have it there.
It's so
you know?
weird.
Yeah.
I think the worst part about the armor situation is that Pegasus armor sounds awesome,
I'll show it to you after this.
but I don't want to be overpowered, but I want to look like that.
Oh, it's so cool.
Like that's
think that's how they
kind of
get
the
you.
problem with that kind of
Yeah.
system is it becomes if you did want to spend microtransactions for the skins or for stuff like that, having it be you're guaranteed to be the strongest character in the game now. It kind
ruins
of
part of
ruins
the game.
It
It
really
does.
does. And like I do understand the like pay for the experience boosts and the material packs for people who aren't like us that don't have the time to farm those materials or
Right.
don't
A
have
lot
the
of people get
time-
1 to 2 hours a night on a game.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And this game is massive, and we're going to talk about that in a minute.
Oh,
Yes.
tremendously
It's too big.
so.
Really
But
big.
having that
I don't
gold
think so.
and
It is.
like having
For
the
the
gold
price,
and
dude.
golden XP boost, it's good for people who can't play all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sorry. Why would you say that it's too big? Like, you're like that typical gamer that's like, the games there's not enough to do. It's $60, but it's not enough to do. And now
Okay.
they're giving you everything.
Well,
and you're
we'll
like,
move to
there's
that topic
too
in a
much to
second.
do.
Let's
My
wrap up the
God.
microtransactions thing real quick.
Yeah.
Overall, because I have a feeling that this is the direction that microtransactions are going to go. Because this has been something they've been doing for a little while. They've made enough money with it. A lot of games are going towards strictly cosmetic or boosters. We're not getting buy the strongest sword ever anymore. Even app games don't really do that anymore. You can get a booster pack, but you can't get anything crazy anymore. I'm okay with this settling because I will say this. At no point, even having bought those packs, have I felt like I needed to.
Yeah.
At no point have I done that. And after getting a couple levels back on Alexios, I didn't even feel like I needed to restart the game anymore because like they were already kind of gone. And it was more of a waste of money than even a help at all. It didn't do anything for me, really. I got the ship to level 2 and everything, and that was it. Which made the opening ship area kind of funny because people will like charge at me, and I'm like, what are you thinking? They like bounce on me, and I'm like, javelins!
The fire javelins are OP, dude. I love it.
They are.
I unlocked all the lieutenant spots as quick as possible.
I did that
There's
too.
a trophy for that, Dan. Oh my god.
Legendaries?
That's the
you
only
can buy
thing,
legendary
I
crew
know.
members.
That's the only thing I was dipping in. I was like, you know what? I'll see how hard it is to actually recruit exotic lieutenants for my my ship, and then we'll see if I need to. But I don't think I will.
So let's talk about the game itself, though.
Yes.
Because you want to talk about that, okay?
Yes.
And it's the biggest game out right now. It really is. Call
probably
of Duty
there
has
is.
launched. When this episode goes live, Call of Duty will be out, and I am buying it, and so is Dan. He doesn't know yet, but we have to test it.
I'm buying it.
Good luck.
Benny's buying it and giving me a copy.
Yeah, no, we're gonna at least do zombie mode. Come on.
Okay.
That'll
I
be
know.
fun. Yeah.
How funny is it that most people nowadays buy Call of Duty
just for
because
zombies.
they want to play the zombie mode?
We're gonna do this, and you're playing with us, Natalie.
You got trapped too.
Well, see.
Welcome to your podcast.
What about Battlefield though? You know, because I can
We'll
get
get
on
that
board
too.
with that. Okay, we're getting both. We're getting both.
Got to have that podcast to compare the two.
That's
Yeah.
fair. That's fair.
Call of Duty or Battlefield, what was better?
I can't talk shit about it if I haven't.
That
played
was
it,
my
so
argument with Destiny.
That's true.
For the record, guys, I don't think we're gonna have that follow-up episode on Destiny because Dan and I got to camp and stopped playing.
Super fun. Cap.
He's not even joking. We were talking about the other day. We got to camp in Destiny, and it was like, hey, we're capped out. This is gonna be great. Okay, cool. So we'll start getting ready for raid. We'll do the raid. Neither of us got back on.
Both of us.
It's not even like we hated it or there was a problem. It was we got to camp. He went to Dragon Quest. I started playing Warframe again, and neither of us brought it up. It was just done.
It wasn't even a, hey, you've caught up. Oh, crap. No, I'll do that tonight. No, it was just a 2 weeks later. Have you played Destiny in a while?
That's exactly what happened. The game's fine. If you like Destiny, it's fine. They fixed everything.
Did they?
But I don't know what it was about it. I still want to finish getting into the Dreaming City. I still want to do that. But there's just so many things on my plate, and I'm just kind of like, it'll be there. I'll get to it.
Another big problem was lack of cross-platform. Because I started leveling up on the PC and capped out on the PC because I was like, look, I just want to kind of get that done. I want to try the whole story. Benny did it on PS4, and because we can't play together, this is a problem with cross-platform, is I did not have an interest to really level back up on PlayStation, and Benny didn't have an interest to do it on PC. And so I was like, well, congratulations, you just lost 2 players.
Well, for the record, they're saying they didn't fix it. Yes, I know they didn't fix everything, but they fixed enough that I enjoyed playing it for the leveling
I was
experience.
like, did they, Ben?
No, they didn't fix everything. There's still quite a few problems with the game.
They made the leveling fun.
They made the leveling fun. The guns feel great. Love the bow. I liked the strikes and stuff they were doing. It's just what I felt like, and I feel like this is what happened to us, Dan. And maybe you can. We'll get back to Assassin's Creed. Don't worry. This is a long
That's fine.
podcast. We haven't had it in
That's
2
fine.
weeks. Hence the point of not having.
I know, that's fine.
I feel, and you can agree or disagree. They did a lot of things that made Destiny 2 great. Okay, they made Destiny 2 great again.
Please don't word it like that, Ben.
Yes, they did.
The problem is, I don't feel like they put enough to make me want to do it. Because when I sit down and I'm like, I have my free time, I can make.
For the record, did you guys catch I'm pretty sure in Assassin's Creed there was a Make Athens Great Again quest?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Just wanted to
Yeah,
make sure we knew that.
But I feel like the problem is I sit down with Destiny, I'm like, well, I could make small progression and not really feel like I've gained much because I'm just looking for a legendary engram. Or I could get on Warframe and go to the higher levels. Or I could go to Assassin's Creed and progress the storyline. Or I could go to Dragon Quest and progress that solo storyline.
Yeah.
The other options just had so much more gratification out of them than what I'm getting out of Destiny.
Yeah.
I feel like that's I don't hate Destiny. I want to keep playing it, but there's just so many options.
I feel like for someone who if someone only had Destiny, if we went back in time to when like Destiny 1 was the only game I played,
right.
I feel like Destiny 2 is at that point where I could find interest in just always playing that game. Problem is, when you have the capability and possibilities of other games, it did not give you a real reason to go, I'm gonna not.
It didn't
play
have enough
this
to
other
hold
one.
me.
No, exactly.
So I mean, I guess that's it. So anyway, back to Assassin's Creed.
Yes.
Yes.
So, and you guys, so you don't know about this, Dan. I don't know if you do or whatever, because you kind of watched me play it. Then Natalie and I did a bunch of research. And then you went and bought it, and we kind of didn't know you bought it. And you just started playing the game.
What?
It's true. I put it up PlayStation once, and I was like,
Oh, Odyssey?
Dan is
Yeah.
playing.
I
What?
literally bought it on the way home after we played it.
That's awesome.
But
man.
no one knew it. So
Actually,
Yeah.
the funniest thing about how GameStop's going out of business, I drove up, saw there was a big line, and just said, screw it, I'll buy it online.
was there a huge line for that night?
There was a line for some reason at the store, and I literally drove up, stood out, looked inside, went, no. Got back in, bought it on the PlayStation Network
Holy
store.
crap. Yeah, man.
I have mine on the network
If
store.
that's not a...
Either
I-
that, or you're just having it shipped day one to your house from Amazon or something.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So anyway,
That was a little funny tangent.
the game is being structured as if it were Destiny or an MMO, but offline.
Yes.
That is awesome, in my
Yeah,
opinion.
I'm super enjoying this.
Yes.
There is a weekly vendor to buy gear with special currency you get for doing daily quests.
Are we talking the Orichalcum?
Yes.
Okay, I thought that was just a special vendor. I didn't realize it was a weekly.
It's a weekly and a daily rotation of legendaries and stuff like that. And not only can you get them across the world, but you can do daily and weekly quests to get this stuff. Which is why you shouldn't be avoiding them
Okay, hold
because
on.
they are in daily rotation.
I picked one up. How do you get it out of your quest log once it's
You
expired?
can't. That's definitely a quality of life. They need to fix that.
I
They
got
will.
it, and I
They
was
will.
like,
Wait, it doesn't go away when they expire?
no,
I've
it
been complaining
stays,
them.
it stays in your inventory. You mouse over it, and it says expired.
It's
I
gotta
think
be a
maybe
glitch.
you've got to like go to the person, and they go, haha, way to suck. And then they
Maybe.
remove it. But
Or it's a quality of, because there's a few things like that in Origins that they didn't think about. And like a few weeks in a patch came down and kind of fixed
that's
some
the
of it.
reason why I didn't pick up any others, because I was like, well, if I forget to do it, I don't want my quest log to be full.
I
Because
gotta-
it's already super full.
Oh, and that's my problem right there with the size. So anyway, though, but let's talk
It's
about
a lot to take in, for sure.
everywhere I go, it opens up more main story. It's like, here's more chapters of your family. Here's more chapters of First Civilization. Here's more I'm like, stop for a
Yeah,
minute.
yeah,
Let me
but
just do
listen-
some of these.
Yeah, but listen, you can just tab out, and then it just gets rid of all of them, so it's not that big of a deal.
Wait, what do you mean gets rid of all of them?
No, it's just
Oh,
no.
yeah, it's got
You
the
can
drop
tab
downs.
out, yeah.
Okay, and that's fine, except there's no way to close the drop down for the Huntress of Artemis. They're all there at all times.
That's a trophy, Ben. Shut up. You're gonna want to do it anyway.
I want my boon.
but it mixes up my quest log
And
and,
also,
their things
it's
at the
really
bottom
good
of it.
rewards, dude. It's really good rewards. I mean, all of them are.
I know, but let me just close the drop down. Some of those are like level 48.
Yeah, that you're like, I get accepted this. I'm level 18. Oh, that's 30. That's 20. Oh,
It's just so
I
you
can't
feel-
get to any of these right now, and it's just blocking my way. So I'm like, wait, which one was the main? Wait, which
Yeah.
one can I?
They're all red and like one highlights. Oh, I can do that one.
It's
Yeah.
just that, I feel like the game is just trying to tell you, don't worry. Even if you complete one quest, there's always that other quest that you have to just work towards. You know.
Yeah.
All of the for those guys who wondering what game, we're back on Assassin's Creed. This is the big topic. So
Yes.
We're not talking about Destiny right now.
no,
There's
we
nothing
move back to
do.
Assassin's
No, I'm
Creed.
kidding.
So first off, I love the idea that there's a weekly vendor, daily quest. There is no true, like there are side quests, but there's much fewer than anything else, any other Assassin's Creed.
I feel like the side quests are mini main quests.
They are. That's what I feel
And
like.
that's what I
Or
love
their goal is
about
to
it.
have sex with people.
Which
have
I
slept
have
with everyone.
accepted. Yes, me too. That old lady whose husband couldn't keep up, I found that hilarious.
There's one point in the game. I'm going to do this without giving much spoilers, but there's one point in the game where you're trying to get information, and I haven't had.
No, Ben.
Yeah, I did that.
You did not.
So I go to the
Hold
door.
on,
I go to the door to get information. This guy answers the door, and a goat runs out, and he's like, "Hello, I'm Alexios." He's like, "What would you like?" And I'm like, "I need to get information. Do you know about a woman that I'm looking for?" And he's like, "Well, I can tell you in bed." And then there's the heart option, and I'm like, "All right." And he's like,
But wait,
and Alexios is
there's-
like, "Yes, we can work on information together." And he walks in, and you hear, "Meh," and I'm like, "I slept with a goat and a guy. Cool. What does that even count as?" Yeah, Gary. Slept with a goat and a dude.
I like how
Wait.
there are literally, I'm pretty sure, 2 male romance options.
No, there's 10 for each. There are 10
there
for
is-
each.
Hold on, wait. When I say male romance, I'm not referring to when you are the main.
No,
main
there's
as the
10 guys,
characters.
10 girls. You can sleep with them either way.
Okay.
Because I also slept with the doctor. Because at this point, I was like, all
I-
bets
I-
are
Oh
off.
my God.
Alexios is getting
Yeah.
every STD.
I slept with the doctor too. I'm Cassandra though,
Damn
so
it.
it's
I I was debating it.
Currently,
too,
right now,
but
I've had
no.
more gay sex than straight sex in the game.
Same.
I've only slept with Odessa, but I've had like 3 guys that I've slept with.
How have you not run into
Crap,
all
you
the other?
guys.
I've run into
I stopped
like
picking up side quests because I'm like, they'll be there. Let me just keep progressing and doing the world quests.
My chat made me feel so terrible that I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna keep to only one person. They're right, you know. I don't want to be a slut. It's cool.
it's
I'm
Greece.
all over the place.
But wait, that
We're in
goat thing.
Greece.
Spoiler alert: you don't have to sleep with him to get information. You can just get him the oil he needs, and that's it.
Oh, I brought that too. We use the oil in bed. Because he's like, I brought you oil. And the guy's like, well, I have ways we can use it. And Alexios is like, what did you have in mind? And the guy's
It's yes, Ben.
and the guy's like, well, we can use the oil while in
My-
bed. And Alexios is like, will I get the information I need? And he's like, we can talk afterwards. And then he's like, like go in olive oil sex. Let's do this thing.
My Cassandra was like, I got better shit to do.
Oh, no. Alexios is sleeping with everyone right now.
my God.
Oh, no. I did sleep with 2 women. 170. Did you do
Yes,
that?
no, that's the one because I know
The
you
one
were
that's
on that
having
one because you had to
problems.
get a bear scrotum and a deer tongue.
Yeah. Here's the best part
How
about
is that
sleeping with
a
a
love
70-year-old
potion?
woman. When you're Alexios, you'll sleep with them, and her husband waits outside
Yes,
the door.
it does it
and then
for-
it gives you money.
It's for Cassandra as well.
Yes.
And it time lapses across the entire day. The guy's sitting there. You're
That's
inside,
hilarious,
and it just
actually.
time lapses. He's having a conversation. He's playing a
Really?
guitar. Like
You need to do it. It's good.
No, I
funny.
can't anymore. I turned her down, and the husband was like, "What did you do? No."
Yeah.
Oh, you make him so happy.
Yeah,
I
He
know,
gives
but
you like
he
1,000
He,
drachmae.
he
Yeah.
was so sad though in my game. He was like, "She's gonna kill me, lady."
Yeah, he's like, her lust is like ridiculous,
yeah,
man.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. So I slept with an old person, a goat, the doctor, the dude, Odessa. I liked how I had sex with Odessa, and then they're like, she's like, well, we think we could continue this. She's like, or you could come work on my boat. She's a great lieutenant.
Yeah, she
Totally
is.
put her to work. Yeah.
Oh,
Put her to work in more ways than one.
Ah!
well,
So other than the sex options,
yes.
There's the daily quest to get the ores, which is great.
Yes.
But the problem I'm having right now is, so if you don't even go to the message board, you have daily quests. They're the ones with the hourglass that'll pop up everywhere you're going, and some
which
of them,
you can get them on the ship. I learned that last night.
yeah, they're all over the place. The game just randomly
convenient.
generates quests. The game is all about all the traditional side quests are in there. I'm assuming if you're offline, they wanted to make sure you had some stuff because I didn't read anywhere that this has to be online. So that means it has to function offline.
Yeah.
Unless you're looking for like photos that other people have taken. That's pretty much it.
Of Benny hanging off of Zeus's penis.
Oh yeah, I should
Yep.
tweet that picture.
It took 20
You should
minutes.
actually, but it
for
was
him to
it was well spent though.
That was
It was a great
He's just dangling
picture.
off the
It was,
uncircumcised dick.
it was a very good picture.
I say thank you. Yeah. And he proves the size doesn't matter because Zeus got laid and he's got a small dick.
Maybe he's
Moving
a
on.
grower and not a show.
I just,
Or it was cold when they were carving the statue. Who knows? Anyway, I was in a pool.
Anyway, guys,
yes.
yeah, daily quests.
Yeah.
The game's the problem I'm having right now is I keep running into a point where it's like there's 5 main quests, there's 1,000 side quests, there's daily quests everywhere I go,
Yep.
and the game scales with me, so there's no clear path. It's not like that quest is 22, that one's 23, that one's 24, that one's 25. So I can go, okay, 22, 23. No, they're all the same. So I'm looking at them all like, well, which one's closest? That's
Pretty much.
basically
It's
all I
true.
do.
It's true.
And when it's across the water, you're like, are there masses of land? Because this says it's closer, but I got to go around the entire peninsula.
So you guys, this is why I give up with the side quest for a full day, and I just explored every single island and just synchronized every single point. That way, when I go through the story, I'm just like, well, I'll have to go there. I'm just gonna fast travel.
Oh, and I think the game's
You
broken
won't.
too.
Let's be honest, you won't. You'll
Probably
get to that
won't.
point and be like, I want a ship battle.
I know.
I really hope they bring the Kraken because it's on the undiscovered map, and I
think it's
ignore
just to
that
look pretty,
part. But I
man.
really hope that it's actually there.
I assume it's there or it's later. But
Yeah, probably DLC, man.
I do have a problem. I think it's broken. So they had the latest title update that came out.
Oh yeah, you told me.
I
about
logged
this.
on and it gave me a level 18 quest at 22. It was
Oh, the
level
Minotaur.
18.
I have it
was-
too.
Okay, don't go
Why?
because it's the most disappointing thing ever.
Yeah, Cassandra was like, "Oh, this is gonna be a tough battle." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm gonna tackle it later."
So it's 18. So
Yeah.
I flew. I
Hold
sailed.
on. Was
Only
it 18
Pegasus.
when you were 18?
No,
Out of
I was
curiosity.
22 when
Yeah.
that title
Okay.
update came out.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I sailed all the way to the location of the Minotaur.
Yeah.
And you can start the quest and everything, and then everything instantly goes up to 26 or 30. It was the most disappointing thing ever because I was like 22, and I'm like,
So
we're gonna
they're
find a
lying to you.
Minotaur.
What? That's weird.
Yeah, it's so weird. I don't know why it exists.
They're like, hey, it exists.
The
For you
only-
later.
The only encounter that I've actually been a part of when it comes to Minotaurs, I was trying to explore I think it was the spear that I had to upgrade, right?
Yep.
So I went inside the cave, and for some reason I couldn't get in, but all I could hear was like the ground shaking and like someone just breaking a door. And then she's like, maybe we can just come back later.
If you talk to Barnabas,
Yeah.
that's he leads you to the mythological creatures, but he tells you you're going to do them all later
Okay.
because he says he's been on that island.
See?
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Apparently he knows where they all are, so I'm assuming at some point in the game.
Yeah,
Because
that's
I
like
went down
Barnabas.
there and they say that. They're
Yeah.
like, if you go down there, it like cracks the wall.
Yes,
And he's like,
it
we'll
did.
come back later.
Oh, I haven't gotten to
And
that
Barnabas
part
will
yet.
say that he's been down there.
Yeah.
So
Oh.
I'm assuming at some point, probably post game, he'll be like, here's the locations of all
That
of
makes
them.
sense.
Which
because-
Barnabas is hilarious.
Yeah.
I think he's a great character.
I will say, just for you guys know, and for you guys in chat, when you're sailing next to the volcano, and they have a whole discussion about how it's the entrance to Hades and it's the entrance to hell.
Yes. Is it not?
Oh no, not at all. I jumped down there as a bandit group, and you walk out.
Oh, because they totally say, oh, I guess some things are worth undiscovered or something.
Exactly.
'Cause they're like, someone tried it, but they burnt before they got halfway there. And I was like, you know
So
what?
I was like,
Not
quick
worth
save, got off, went down to the mountain. There's a synchronization point up there, and it'll go, "Caw-caw," and you'll jump into the middle of the volcano.
Oh.
And you land, and I'm like, oh, what's down here? And you creep around the volcano, and there's a bandit group.
Oh.
That's
I'm
it.
going to laugh if
was
you
like one
just
chest in
missed
it.
the one thing where it's like, and go
Maybe.
down here.
Or it's one of those things that unlocks later.
Or
and
DLC. Yeah. A lot of the stuff I've noticed does have that feel of later in the game,
Yep.
something's going to be afoot.
Exactly, and that's part of the reason I'm progressing. So what do you got? Because in my opinion, the problem I'm having with the game is just too expansive. But this is an amazing purchase for $60.
Oh, yeah.
Because you have ship battles, you have action RPG, you have side quests, you have daily quests, you have weekly things, and if you look at their proposed post content, there's free story updates and there's DLC for the season pass and like weekly and giant quests like we had in Origins. Now you guys didn't do post game Origins. But what they did was every 2 weeks we got a new Egyptian god that would summon
I
to the
did
middle.
see you do that, yeah.
Right, and they were huge. You could fight like Anubis and things like that, and these giant scaled out fights. It was great. I did them all, and you got a super set of armor, which you had to do them all like back to back every week they came
Which
out.
you can buy for $10. No.
No, actually, they never
Actually-
made that purchasable. What they did was,
Good.
after they were kind of done doing the rotation, they had, for the next month, all of them were up. And you could just go around and do them all again if you wanted.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Gives you a reason to actually try and earn cool stuff.
Okay, so I know I've ranted on and on and on.
You're
Okay?
fine.
Really?
You're fine.
I didn't
What do you
notice.
think of the game?
What do I think? It's incredible. Like I said, it takes all of the RPG elements of other games that I absolutely love, puts them into Assassin's Creed, the Assassin's Creed lore, which is incredible. And it's just there's just so much to do. I cannot stop killing people. Especially like hunting those cultists.
Oh, yeah, they're so much
So
fun.
it's really fun.
Which is another distraction, because I'll be like, I have 5 stories to do. Oh,
Because
but I
it's
know where a
worth
cultist
it.
is.
Yeah, you're like, that cultist is only a little bit out of the way. Then you go there and you're
Exactly.
like, but this other cultist is
I
right
know,
there.
I know. Yeah. It's
But there's
Oh, and
three
look, there's a
mercenaries.
mercenary
Yeah.
nearby.
yeah, no, the mercenaries are not that worth it. I feel like
know,
Their
Compared
compared to
points
them.
are just kind
They're
of
just-
annoying.
yeah, they're just
because
hunting
they're
you.
just like, hey, I found you because I followed you across the
It's
entire
true.
continent
Yeah.
and found you while you're trying to have this one conversation
Yeah.
with this one guy. Just to go, ha ha ha, I found you. I want my bounty.
I've actually gotten to the point where I'll just use the bird, because you can see what their
Oh,
drop
you can
is.
harass them?
No, you
Oh,
can see what the drop is.
okay, yes.
If it's not legendary, I
Yeah.
just pay my bounties off and just walk away.
Why?
I do that a lot of the time too, where I just go, you know what? I kind of need to just be in town right now and
Yeah.
I can't deal with this shit.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, if
Nobody,
they don't
nobody
have...
got time for this shit.
If they've got a legendary, I'll just kill them, then wipe the bounties.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Yeah.
if they don't have anything worth my while, I don't bother anymore.
But it feels incredible when you've got like 10 of them on you and you just manage somehow to kill all of them.
No, because I don't know about
great.
your game, but somehow I get a skull one at all times.
Obviously, when you piss them off really,
It's
really
depending
badly.
on how many you've
Yes.
got.
No, I know, but I'm just saying I'll be like, oh, I'm fighting this one and this one and this one. And, oh, my God, what level is that one?
And the guy just goes, one shot.
Exactly.
I mean,
It's like,
you have to
I had a daily
progress.
quest once to go kill a mercenary, which was awesome.
Yeah.
And you were watching, weren't you? Somebody was watching. I got a daily quest. Go kill a mercenary. Ran over to kill the mercenary. And
Oh,
I
is it-
shot him once, and next to him was a skull mercenary.
Oh,
Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Any funny stories from
I-
mercenaries at all, or that you can recall, or cultists?
I feel like whenever they find me, somehow it's all of them at once, and I'm in the most inconvenient spot.
Of
And I
course.
always find it funny when they find you in town.
Yeah.
And they're like, "You're surrounded by civilians. Let me sick my lion on you." And you're like, "What? Do you have no care for these people?" They don't, for the record.
Quick question for you two: have you gotten attacked by chicken?
Yes, I did that accidentally.
It's
No,
not
I just killed
accidental. It's just sometimes when you just
It was
apparently
in the
when you stay
theater
in their
town.
vicinity.
No, it wasn't. It was when I was doing the dagger quest.
When you stay in their vicinity for too long, apparently you piss them off and they attack you. And they're like OP as hell too. Their peck is OP as hell. So don't piss off chicken, man. Yeah, don't. Oh my god.
I've been absolutely loving the game.
Oh yeah.
And
It's so much.
I love the
going
fact
on.
that the side missions do feel like main missions.
Yeah. And that, I think, is my biggest complaint. Yes, there's a main story, but it feels the farthest from Assassin's Creed we've ever gotten. This feels like it's just Odyssey.
Oh, no,
which is the game's incredible. But even with First Civilization, even with the mentions and all that other crap, and I already know where the plot's going because I know Assassin's Creed history and the Spear of Leonidas.
Dude,
I know that you
Don't
don't know it. I'm
spoil
not
too
going to
much.
spoil it.
Okay.
The Spear of Leonidas is not new to the Assassin's Creed history.
Okay.
So its history is already like laid out.
Okay.
So what we're more getting, if you know the history as well as I do, is more the finer details as opposed to what actually happens to the spear.
Okay.
So I already know, and I already know what you were going to say, but
No. I feel like Ubisoft was like, you know what? Every time we put out a game, they always complain that there's something lacking or whatever. Let's just make a game where we just put all of our stuff into one and see what happens. And
no,
some
and they
people
are.
are kind of
But
turned off
in
about.
order to prove this, whatever decisions happened to higher up, so they decided to just reboot Assassin's Creed, but not reboot Assassin's Creed. Did you know the movie's actually in continuity?
That's why it pissed off so many fans.
Oh, I know, but they haven't removed it or denied it. It's still everything that has ever said Assassin's Creed is in continuity.
Yeah.
Origins in this one it's like a weird restart, but it's not. It's like a half restart as far as the actual Assassin's Creed portion goes, which I find weird because Odyssey could have been an entirely new franchise. It legit could have been. You didn't have to slap Assassin's Creed on that at all.
Yeah.
Tie it in the way that Watch Dogs was tied in. Because did you know Watch Dogs is also in the same continuity?
Of Assassin's Creed?
Yeah.
That actually does not surprise me.
Assassin's
Being
Creed.
perfectly honest, that actually kind of
I think it was
does not.
Syndicate, or
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
So in Watch Dogs, you'll find out about Abstergo, which everyone thought was a fun Easter egg. But in Assassin's Creed, I think it was Syndicate. You can find out about a guy that went missing in Watch Dogs. You find out what they did to him because Abstergo did it in Assassin's Creed, which
Interesting.
links the two of them all together.
I think it's awesome.
And what
I
I
think it's
think
great.
they're trying to do is just link everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why not?
It's the Ubisoft universe.
Because I'm wondering now.
the UB universe.
Oh, because if you walked around in the modern day,
Yeah, did you find the rabbit?
You can find the
Easter
rabbits.
egg? Yeah.
you can also find third echelon.
Oh yeah, I saw
vision.
the rabbit,
Yeah,
and
that's
she
it.
walks in and just goes, "What?"
She's like, huh?
And she also mentions the legitly third echelon, which is the top secret organization that Sam Fisher's a part of in
That's
Ghost
right.
Recon.
Oh,
When
yeah,
she
Ghost
looks
Recon.
at the
Yep.
thingy.
So the question now is, are they just linking all their games together? And like,
cool.
Yeah, it's
I like
Watch
it.
Dogs and Splinter Cell.
Oh, that's right. I was like,
Are they
that's
gonna
not
I was
have
gonna say
an-
Ghost Recon.
Siphon Filter, but that was the competitor.
Are we
Yeah.
gonna get an Avengers of Ubisoft?
That would be super.
You
cool,
show up,
man.
there's you got the Watchdog guy, Splinter Cell, all these guys, and please don't, please
Aiden?
don't. I regret
Right. Well,
saying that.
I mean, Tevye brought it up in our Twitch chat, but Ghost Recon also has Splinter Cell in it. There's actually a DLC where you can be Sam Fisher. So if
That's
you link,
right.
so it by the properties of
Transitive property.
Was it?
Transitive.
Transitive, that was the word I'm working. So third echelon's mentioned in Assassin's Creed, which means that Splinter Cell's in that. But since Sam Fisher also pops up in Ghost Recon, that means that Ghost Recon is in the same universe. And since Ghost Recon is in the same universe as Siege, that means that Siege is also connected to everything.
That's awesome.
And this,
Siege are assassins confirmed.
well, if you there's this Asian girl who wears the Assassin's Creed outfit
Oh,
as
she
an
does?
alternate outfit.
Okay, imagine
There
if
you go.
in Siege level you break in and it's someone in the Animus.
I don't even know anymore. I don't know.
Oh man,
Anyway,
that would be awesome.
And even Rabbids is linked in as being a property within the universe because if I remember correctly, in Watch Dogs, the Assassin's Creed games existed, which meant Abstergo existed, but they also had Rabbids games, which is why the toy is in Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
So back to the
because
actual
Watch Dogs
game.
is also in the
Yes.
universe. It's all somebody give me a board of all the games
Yeah.
and some string.
It's just gonna put that Charlie emo, like that Charlie, that,
All right,
that whole
all right.
thing.
I think I got this.
Yeah.
They could link Beyond Good and Evil. All you would need to do is whatever organization makes the
definitely.
spaceships in Beyond Good and Evil exists currently in the modern day and age of Watch Dogs, which exists in the world of Abstergo, which links everything back in time. And don't forget about Tom Clancy and somehow.
Are you all right? Are you okay? You're just.
It's all one big
There we
universe.
go.
So-
Oh, Jesus.
Assassin's Creed.
Yes, Assassin's
Oh my
Creed
God!
is incredible.
Bill's
Yes.
right. Bill's right.
Gosh.
I mean,
So-
he is French, so he must
In
be right.
Assassin's Creed Origin, you also get the Ultimate Sword from Final Fantasy 15, meaning that the Final Fantasy multiverse is interwoven within the Assassin's Creed universe, which means Final Fantasy exists in the worlds of Watch Dogs and Rainbow Six and Wildlands, which means don't shake your head at me.
That's nice. That's nice. So, I give you my opinion. What about yours, Dan?
I think that there is a fantastic amount of content in this game, and I understand Benny's complaint of the like almost too much stuff to do besides from the main story quest. And I feel like that is why the XP boost exists. Because
and
I
then
feel
when the crossover's into-
no. I'm gonna stop you there. No, like I feel like that's a good way to do it because it makes it so that those side quests are not necessary. Whereas if you have the time to do the side quests, you're never going to be underleveled. But if you want to do just the main story quest, because with the XP boost, and I was mostly just doing the main story, I found myself being perfectly up to level for the main story. And I think that's a good way for them to do it for people who are just like, I want the main story. That's it. I don't have time to do these side quests or all the cultists or stuff like that. You can freak out in a second.
Oh my God, what's happening? I'm
Final
scared.
Fantasy crossed over with Monster Hunter, which also crossed over with Street Fighter. So
Yeah, now
using
we're going-
transitive
okay.
properties,
All right, Ben.
every game is in one
Yes,
world.
yes, we're going from Ubisoft to Squeenix to Capcom, and then it's only a matter of time.
How far can we make this work?
Until Bandai shows up too in there, because it's Capcom and Bandai, and then it's just all the freaking companies, Ben.
Isn't there a Marvel vs. Capcom?
Oh my-
Oh my
Therefore-
god!
Don't.
Oh my god!
What did you have to bring
Marvel
that up?
is linked all the way down to Assassin's
Good job.
Creed.
I think that there's also the Marvel goes into the comics. Therefore, the comics have the Amalgam Universe, which puts them in with DC, which then puts Batman in the Assassin's Creed universe.
Everything makes sense because that's why they just made Arkham City the way they did.
He has just seen the truth. All right, your final thoughts, Ben, because you're the huge Assassin's Creed fan.
It's an amazing game.
Yes.
I don't get Assassin's Creed vibes. Origins at least managed to intertwine the Brotherhood still as the hidden ones, and then they became the Brotherhood. But I am a very good chunk of this game, and the only reason I know that I'm messing with an assassin is because the DLC trailer spoiled it.
I did see that too.
If you watch the trailer, there's a person you could talk to right now, and you know who he is.
Oh, I have.
Don't watch the trailer.
Yeah, don't.
The storyline's called The History of the First Blade, and they show who the guy who invents the first blade is.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
And
don't tell
so
me.
knowing who that is, you
Yeah.
can tell who he is in the game. So, but that's my biggest complaint.
Okay.
Out of 10, what would you rate it?
I'd say 10. It's an amazing game for what it is.
It is definitely
I just
a 10.
don't feel like it deserves the Assassin's Creed logo at this point.
Okay.
I feel like at this point they need to start trying to look at other properties out of this.
Sadly, they'll never do that.
They won't because attaching Assassin's Creed to it pulls in that entire humongous fan base.
Yeah, new names don't always do
Right.
well.
And no matter what they
That's-
did, this probably would sells better this way than if they had called it Odyssey. Now, in order to test that, they would have to come out with the game just like Odyssey and release it.
Yeah.
But they basically didn't even have the balls to finish up with the Black Flag spin-off because they were going to make a Pirates game, which then turned into Skull and Crossbones, which is now just a competitive multiplayer game coming up.
Yeah.
I gotta admit though, I was kind of nervous about because when I saw the trailers, I just thought it looked incredibly just like Origins with a different skin, but they managed to make it just.
It doesn't feel as
No,
much like
it's just-
Origins
it's
as it
so
did when I
far.
started the game.
Yeah, it's so far from Origins at this point.
Yeah.
It's just you're right. It's just a complete separate game.
The
at
first
this
10
point.
hours,
I feel like the
felt
game
like
is
Origins.
just
Yeah.
Odyssey.
It is. And
I
that's
feel
what I'm
like
saying.
that could have been the name. Is just
They should have just
Odyssey.
called it Odyssey.
I don't think they want to. I mean, especially with the Beyond Good and Evil remake right now, I don't think they want to branch out like that, you know?
It's the same argument I kind of had with Black Flag. I feel like they could have just made another IP out of this.
They are. It's Skulls and Bones.
Well, yeah, but that's a competitive multiplayer game. Nobody wants that.
Sadly, that's the problem, though.
Yeah.
What are you talking
That's the
about?
problem.
It looks
Is a
incredible.
new name came out, and you almost immediately dismissed it. And I think that's
Well,
the
no,
problem.
because instead of just being a pirate game, which is what everyone...
But like, I feel like even if Skull
People
and
would be like,
Crossbones had
yeah.
come out as basically Black Flag 2,
Yeah.
I still feel like it being a different name would have caused people to go, eh.
There
And
would
I
have been
think-
some people. I know Natalie and I would have been on board
I
if it was
think-
Black Flag's Pirate Life, like, you know,
Yeah,
I think
Pirates
Pirate
some
Creed.
RPG. I would have been down.
If
Like,
it was just Odyssey, I think people would have been like, well, it's just The Witcher, or well, it's just Shadow of War.
Yeah.
That's it. At least if
I
it's
mean, they say that
Assassin's
already.
Creed,
It's just Assassin's Creed as Witcher.
I know, but it's still Assassin's Creed, though. You know, it's the heroes that you know, and it's the assassinations that you know, it's the synchronization that you know. It's just everything is Assassin's Creed except everything that's around it.
Oh, God.
Bamba Panda. The Justice League meets... So using our properties of Batman already in Assassin's Creed. The
What
Justice
did you
League meets
do?
the Power Rangers.
Yep.
What have
Do you want to know
done?
something even worse?
What?
There are Looney Tunes characters in DC Comics.
Warner
We've
Bros.
just put Bugs Bunny into Assassin's
Bugs
Creed.
Bunny is a part of the Brotherhood.
My
That's how he
gosh.
is so good at disguises.
All right, I think this is a good place you should close out if you want
Yes.
to, unless you got another topic, do you?
No, that's. I
I
mean,
want to
that's.
give it a 9.5 though,
No,
since I didn't
that's
get
right,
a full.
yeah.
I asked
So
her.
9.5?
She could have easily forgotten you.
I would say 10 definitely 10 and 9.5.
I would say
What's the 0.5? What are you
9.5
missing?
because I want to be Pegasus without being OP.
Actually, you can just buy the mount just
No,
the single
the
mount,
armor.
right? Oh, the armor. So
I
you want the
wanna-
armor.
I want
you can get
skins.
the armor.
But without being OP is the problem. I don't want to buy the being super strong.
I don't know what to tell you, man. I'm sorry.
I know it's a sad day for me.
Unfortunately, I cannot speak to Ubisoft.
However, 9.5, 10-ish. Yeah.
Well, with that, guys, thank you so much for watching us today. You can find us on Twitter at DanTProducer, at Zodical Candy, and at Comicstorian.
And we all run the Eligible Monster Twitter.
Yes, indeed.
Yes. And you can also watch this streamed live Thursdays at
Thursdays.
roughly 4 p.m. Eastern after
Yes.
we do some other podcasts when we do go live at 2 p.m. Eastern.
Yep.
At twitch.tv/eligiblemonster.
Yes. Thank you guys so much for supporting us.
How can we put Sailor Moon into Assassin's Creed?
Oh my god.